Hi Scorpio, this is your Sun, Moon, and Rising reading. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you come across it is the message that you are meant to receive. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading and this is not going to resonate for every single Scorpio out there. Feel free to check out any other placements that you may have in your natal chart if you know them. So let's start for my Scorpios. What is happening for my Scorpios, Sun, Moon, and Rising? We have here the Three of Cups, the Strength card, the Knight of Swords, the Page of Cups, the Two of Cups, the Four of Swords, the King of Pentacles, and at the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Pentacles. I feel like some of you guys might be going and healing through heartbreak or some kind of disappointment here, Scorpio. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, maybe you're focusing on your group of friends currently. I do kind of get the feeling that for some of you guys, there is a group of people that could be potentially causing conflict, or this is kind of interesting too. This is not going to be for every Scorpio, but I do feel like for some of you guys, maybe you have a group of friends that doesn't like the person that you're starting to recently date. There could be some conflict going on there as well. For a lot of you guys, though, I am getting here, Scorpio, that you guys are kind of really, your main focus right now is kind of based on relationships. I do feel like that some of you guys are feeling kind of like there's a part of you that feels like you can't really control your group of friends, or there's something here that you feel out of control with. And I wonder for some of you if it's just because there's something in your life that you feel like is missing or is lacking or that you cannot create. So right now you're kind of leaning on your friends perhaps for support, but really what I am getting for you guys is there is something here that you guys are waiting on, that you're worried about, that you feel like you cannot get or create. This is definitely something that I'm getting that I feel like this could be a connection that you've been waiting for their answer or waiting on something for them. This is kind of weird. I'm getting that for some of you guys, you could have a partner that is either moving or there's something that your partner is going through currently that you're waiting to hear about or that you're waiting on. And for some of you guys, maybe you're kind of afraid of having to break up, or maybe you're afraid that something is not going to quite work out. There's definitely something here that just seems kind of off here about you and a person, whether this is a friend, a partner. For some of you guys, this is even family I'm getting. So just take what resonates. But I do get that you guys are invested in this situation, even though you're waiting for it. There's a part of you that is afraid of abandonment or afraid of being alone. I'm getting that for some of you guys, maybe you even heard people talking about this person moving or this person doing something. There's something that you feel like is out of your control. There's something that you feel like you don't have a say in. So a part of you is, I feel like some of you guys are trying to be supportive. You're wanting to be there for this individual, but there's still this fear of abandonment. There's still this fear of rejection that could take place. So if this is making sense, I am getting that for some of you guys, it's like you're trying to support somebody or be a support network for somebody, but there's a part of you that has a lot of insecurities that are coming through out of the fear of them leaving you or abandoning you, or something else not working out in your favor here. And it's just not an easy situation. Because there is a part of you that wonders if this person, like, I'm also just getting, for some of you guys, this could even be family too. There's something here though. I just don't want this reading to be all over the place, but I'm kind of getting here too, Scorpio, that when it comes to how you're going through and how you're handling a situation, you might be kind of afraid because there is this part of you that wants to, it's just like you care a lot about somebody, and I think that you've seen this individual, like you almost know that this person is not going to end up in the way that you would like, because I'm getting that this King of Pentacles is somebody else. And it just feels like, I don't know if you're watching somebody going through like abuse or an addict, or if this individual is there's some kind of decision that somebody wants to make, and perhaps you just don't necessarily believe or think this is a good idea for somebody, but you're just allowing them to make their choice in their own decision. But you're also ultimately afraid of losing somebody. You're afraid of losing this connection, or you're afraid that something bad is going to happen. There is this sense of dread that I'm feeling when it comes to this connection. So it's like, even though you're wanting to be loving and supportive, and I feel like you could be perhaps telling somebody about this too, like a third party or somebody that you care about. You're telling them about this other person, and even though you say to yourself and to this other individual, I care about so-and-so and I want them to have the bestest luck in their life, I'm worried about them and I hope that things work out, there's still a part of you that's almost like this the space between you and another, where you're kind of afraid that they are going to either walk away, like say break up with you, or say they're gonna move. There's some kind of form of a separation that I'm feeling here, and it feels kind of uneasy or uncertain, like you're not really sure where they're gonna go with this. But also, I do get the feeling too that you guys want to still support this individual and for their hopes and their dreams. But I feel like you're Gemini, oh my goodness, maybe you're dealing with a Gemini. But Scorpio, I feel like maybe you're that voice of reason, because I am also getting to that you're dealing with somebody here that they have an idea of what they want or what they're going to go for, but you're still kind of worried about them. You're hoping that they make the right choice or the right decision. So I don't know if, say, for instance, if you're a parent and this is your child, there's definitely something here, though, where I'm feeling that you're trying your hardest to not control the situation, because you want them to have their own freedom, but at the same time you're just worried about them, and you're hoping that they make the right choice, because you're afraid that they're going to end up doing something that they're going to regret, or something that's going to be harmful to them. And so you're just kind of worried about either a friend, a family member, or a loved one, or somebody that you're currently dating, or even like a boss. There can be something here, right? It can be in any area of your life, but it does feel like there is this sense of maybe the two of you are not fully seeing eye to eye. And I'm not getting that this is like a huge blow up fighting, but it's more like you're very worried about them and you want to check up on them, and it's like maybe you're talking to other people about it. And so there's kind of this sense of dread and worry, and just this type of insecurity that comes up when talking about this person. And it's almost like you're giving this individual the freedom to try and make their own choices and decisions, but you don't necessarily agree with it. And it's really making you guys worry. You might even be losing sleep over it as well. Maybe it's hard for you guys to actually, because I feel like this is in your mind. You're really thinking about this. It's between you and another person, and you're afraid about the stability of this connection, or about the choice that this person is going to make. And it's keeping you up at night. It's making you guys worry. And it's like, even though you feel like you have, It's just something about this that feels kind of off. I'm going to pull here the Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards just to kind of close off this reading. But I am getting that it's bringing up a lot of these insecurities, mostly the insecurity of abandonment, because I feel like for some of you guys here, you're afraid of some form of an abandonment or some kind of a loss. And I feel like this could be something that has been rooted in your childhood that is kind of coming up from this situation. So now you're kind of having to deal with the feelings that you are experiencing at hand and having to really get down to that childhood wound that you perhaps have experienced. Because it just kind of, I'm getting that for a lot of you guys. And I'm not getting that this is going to end in tragedy or anything. It's just that this person or this situation is just bringing up to you the insecurities and bringing up to you things that need to be healed currently at this time. We have gratitude and facade. So for some of you guys, you're very grateful for this connection, but there is definitely something that feels kind of off about this. Maybe this person is not telling you absolutely everything that is going on in their life. There's definitely some kind of secrecy that I was feeling that was going on here. So some of you guys, you're kind of worried about this. And I feel like you guys have been very complacent. Like I said, you maybe have been very patient with this individual or this circumstance, but it's having to have gratitude for, say for instance, if this is a connection and this person is going to break up with you or say something bad's going to happen. I guess it's to say it's still having the gratitude that you knew this person, still having the gratitude of what is to come, because I feel like for a lot of you guys too is this situation is bringing up a lot of insecurities so that you can shed these insecurities so that you can have more great gratitude and more happiness in your heart than you would have, because it's like this is something that's been weighing on you here, Scorpio. And I feel like with that facade, you're dealing with somebody who's not giving you the full truth of a situation as well. So perhaps you're worried about somebody making a bad choice or a bad decision, but they're not giving you the full insight of their decision process, like why they're thinking of making this decision, why this is happening in their life. So it's almost like you're kind of left in the dark, but you're having to learn to trust yourself a little bit more and knowing that you can do this. Yeah, trickery. I feel like somebody's trying to trick you into something here. And that's what I'm saying. It just feels really off to me. This whole thing feels off. We also have perception. So I feel like this person is trying to warp your perception of the way you see reality. You could be dealing with somebody who's gaslighting you, who is holding you. Because like with this, I also am getting to that this is something out of your control. This is something that you did not quite see coming. This could even be where another person could even be involved that knows that this person is putting on a facade or trying to trick you. I feel like you've been open and honest about your feelings about a connection or a situation, but I feel like somebody here is very deceiving. It just feels like a very deceiving person because the facade and trickery here, I feel like you guys, the reason you guys are so stressed, like this worry is warranted, but you don't want to put your whole life on hold or on pause for somebody who is not going to give you the full truth. Because I feel like whoever that King of Pentacles is, they have something up their sleeve. There's something that they're not really telling you. I think this person is making major decisions behind the scenes and behind your back. And that might be something that has been causing you guys to have a lot of that worry. And that's probably why you're so worried about the abandonment or the fear of betrayal in some area, because I feel like a lot of you guys and personally with this gratitude card, I think you're just going to start to become grateful for yourself and just kind of grateful for the situation to end. I think that this situation is coming to an end here, Scorpio, whatever this is for you guys. I feel like this is a very abstract energy because I don't really know what this is. So I'm hoping that this reading makes sense to you guys. but I am getting that eventually you're going to have gratitude for what you've gone through in this connection, not because, oh, like, it's good that all these bad things happen to you, but it's more like you're going to feel grateful, you're going to feel relieved when it's over and it's done, and you're not stressing so much. You're going to feel gratitude and grateful because you could have been this. I feel like whatever this is, it's like, okay, so have you guys ever had this happen where sometimes we have change and no matter how you look at it, something bad's going to happen to you, but then at the end, you're like, oh, I could have been way worse than what it already was. So it's almost like the universe or God is sparing you by still putting you through turmoil, but they're sparing you from, say, like, worser things that could have happened down the line, if that makes sense. So it's like a lot of you guys are kind of almost being protected and provided for by having to go through and end this situation. And it's going to muddle and bring up a lot of things in your life that was rooted in childhood that led you down this path to being with the person that is wearing a mask and is a trickster, because perhaps in your past you were dealing with family members or people like that, and it's almost like this is leading you down the path so you can finally heal this wound and so that you don't keep attracting the same type of people like this in your life again. And I think that's another reason you're going to have gratitude, is because you're going to get through on the other end. No matter how hard this is, you're going to get to the other side and you're going to realize here, Scorpio, that this could have been way worse, that you no longer are going to tolerate this type of BS anymore, and because of that, it's going to shift your paradigm, it's going to shift the reality so that you're not going to handle or deal with people like this individual ever again. So that's kind of what I got for you guys. I wish it was more positive, but it is still pretty positive, because I do feel that you guys are going to get through this, and that this situation either is at its end or is about to be ended. So I feel like you guys are going to really learn from this experience and have gratitude, because you are no longer going to have to ever go through this phase again in your life. So it's almost like this is a one-time deal finally. Like, I've done enough, I've gone through enough, and now I've learned, and I don't want to ever repeat this cycle again. And that's really what I'm getting for you guys. So this is actually a positive thing, because it's shifting you guys to a better, higher vibration than what you once were, and you're not going to be dealing with people like this individual in the future moving forward. So that's what I have for my beautiful Scorpios. Hopefully this reading helped you in some way. Thank you so much. Have a great and wonderful day, Scorpio. Bye.